I manifested $1 million by doing Joe Dispenza's meditations, and on this journey of becoming a millionaire, I discovered specific spiritual laws that led to my financial transformation. And in today's video, I'm going to reveal the 7 laws of the Millionaire Manifestor. And I also reveal what you have to recognize and intensify before, during, and after every Joe Dispenza meditation you do. The exact identity that transformed me from a struggling entrepreneur into a millionaire business owner, and how to open up to the infinite field of possibilities in a way that draws any amount of money you desire to you. The truth is that in order to become a millionaire, I had to get to know the one person that I was always running away from all my life. Hello! Yes, I had to get to know myself, and I can confidently say that I wanted to stay as far away from this dude as possible because I was extremely negative. I hated myself. I felt insecure. I was struggling. I felt poor. In fact, I didn't just feel poor, I was poor in my physical reality, and the universe remembers that too well. You were completely broke. But as much as I tried to run away from myself, at some point I had to look at myself in the mirror and ask myself, what the heck am I doing? And I can tell you exactly what I was doing. My behaviors reflected my inner state of poverty. The emotions I felt were more in alignment with struggle than with abundance. My thoughts were so negative and self-defeating that my brain didn't like living in my head. That's when the universe guided me to Dr. Joe Dispenza's book, You're the Placebo. And in You're the Placebo, he shares with us that we have to become conscious of our unconscious self if we ever want to change. And this leads us directly to the first law that I want to share with you right now. The law of pattern recognition. In his book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, Joe Dispenza invites us to pay attention to every aspect of our personality. And this means that doing Joe Dispenza's meditations, such as tuning into new potentials or changing boxes, can be an incredibly effective way to change. But the way you think, act, and feel throughout the day should not be ignored. That's why I invite you to do this. Action step 1. Become aware of your unconscious reactions and react like a millionaire. Would a millionaire have a panic attack when a bill has to be paid? You know the answer. Action step 2. Become aware of your conscious actions and act like a millionaire. Would a millionaire choose a dish in the restaurant that's the cheapest or the one that they really want to eat? The answer is obvious. Action step 3. Become aware of your thoughts and feelings and begin thinking and feeling like a millionaire. Would a millionaire feel lack and think that there's never enough? Most likely not. Combining Joe Dispenza's meditations with becoming aware of your unconscious and conscious patterns will inevitably turn you into a different person who then attracts a completely different reality. Now, what if I told you that you're just not intense enough, and I want the universe to show you what I mean? The truth is that so many people are half-assing their meditations, and you might be one of these people. But seriously, if you close your eyes to do a Joe Dispenza meditation and you do not have a clear image in mind that you want to see during the meditation, are still thinking about which emotions to feel when it's time to reach the frequency of abundance, skip the part where he tells you to tune into your heart and to immerse yourself into space. Kinda like this. Feel around the space of the space in space. Well, then you're just wasting your time, because a professional athlete also doesn't go on the court and says to himself or herself, oh, I'm going to see if I win today. No, a professional athlete has a clear vision and a clear strategy, and that's why this particular athlete wins. And I want you to be this person and not this person when you're meditating with Joe Dispenza's meditations. And this leads us directly to the second law that I want to share with you. The law of emotional intensity. In his book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, Joe Dispenza invites us to transform the energy that we are currently holding on to in the form of limiting emotions into an elevated emotional state. And in his book, Becoming Supernatural, he describes this process of transformation as a form of liberation that requires a high intensity. And this leads us to 3 action steps that I want to share with you that helped me on my journey of becoming a millionaire. Action step 1, clearly define the elevated emotions you want to feel and fully immerse yourself in them during the meditation. Action step 2, decide which image you want to see and create it with sight, sound, touch, smell, and taste in your imaginal act. Action step 3, allow your emotions to flow freely during the meditation, even if you're shaking, crying, or laughing. Because always remember this: the more intensely you reach the frequency of abundance, the more profound your internal emotional shift will be. This emotional shift makes it easy to stay in the frequency of abundance over a prolonged period of time. That's when this specific frequency has to materialize in your physical reality. And the more than 60 guided meditations and hypnosis files that you get as one of many bonuses for investing in my very affordable audio program, the 11 Days to Manifestation Mastery program, allow you to reach the frequency of abundance again and again, because most of the hypnosis files and guided meditations are focused on manifesting abundance. And you can click on the second link in the description or go to affirmationtomanifestation.com/mastery to find out more. The next law that I'm about to share with you has to do with an emotional state that millions of people don't allow themselves to reach, but not the universe. I'm so excited, I just can't hide it. There used to be a time when I saw life as one big cloud that was hanging over my head and following me everywhere. And back then I was so negative that I didn't celebrate my birthday because I was happy, but because it meant I was 1 year closer to the end. Nowadays, I celebrate my birthday because I'm incredibly happy. But yes, I used to be a very negative person. But thanks to this journey of manifesting with Joe Dispenza's meditations, of opening my heart, of allowing myself to feel a love for life, to feel grateful to be alive, I now, when I look back at my old self, I sometimes don't recognize that Sebastian anymore, because today I'm in love with life and excited about life. I'm excited to experience new adventures. I'm excited to meet new people and make new experiences. Now, what about you? Are you excited about life? If not, then we still have some work to do. And then you have to embrace, and I mean fully embrace, the third law, the law of excitement. In his book, You Are the Placebo, Joe Dispenza describes how the unpredictable unknown is the only place from which we can create a new future. And at the same time, in his book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, Joe Dispenza describes how our body often wants to drag us into a predictable future because we're not doing anything different and anything new. So how can we move away from the predictable future and into the unpredictable unknown? The answer: excitement. Excitement is the magic potion that makes you want to venture into the unknown. Excitement is the driving force for going on adventures. Getting excited about life means being excited about new and unfamiliar experiences. Once I developed this excitement for life, once I visited new places, tried new hobbies, once I immersed myself into new experiences, while at the same time meditating with Joe Dispenza's meditations, more and more money began flowing to me because I was so comfortable in the unpredictable unknown, and that is the place from which we create. Without the next law I'm about to share with you, you will never be able to manifest $1 million, and you will never know about the true power of this head. I mean, just imagine Indiana Jones without a head, or imagine Darth Vader without a helmet. A head or a helmet can be a part of a character. And even though I don't want you to walk around with a Darth Vader helmet all day long until your partner thinks that you're completely crazy, I invite you to think about this. Your identity shapes your reality. The life that you create for yourself is the direct reflection of who you identify as. In order to manifest $1 million, you have to step into the identity of a millionaire. And this leads us directly to the fourth law, the law of identity. But there's a catch. In his book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, Joe Dispenza describes how leading experts in the field of psychology came to the conclusion that by the age of 35, our identity has been fully formed. And in his book, Evolve Your Brain, Joe Dispenza shares with us that personal change is only possible by us focusing on changing certain aspects of ourselves. And this leads us to the following question. What aspects of yourself do you have to change in order to step into your new identity as a millionaire? Here are some practical ideas. Start walking with the confidence of a rich and wealthy person. Dress like someone who embodies success and abundance. Surround yourself with people who already have the level of success that you aspire to achieve. Step out of your comfort zone and put yourself in abundant environments, even if it feels a bit uncomfortable in the beginning. That's already a good start, and if you're ready to dive in deep into the creation process of your new abundant millionaire self, then you will absolutely love week number 3 of my 8-week one-on-one coaching program, the Abundance Reality Shift Coaching Program. And you can click on the first link in the description to find out more. The next law that, if you apply it with full conviction, has the power to turn you into a millionaire, has to do with you becoming the Terminator. I'll be back. It's really hard to destroy a Terminator, especially the T-1000 from Terminator 2. Now, what about your beliefs in the universe, your conviction in yourself, your belief in yourself as a creator? If it can be easily destroyed, then don't even bother manifesting, don't even bother doing Joe Dispenza's meditations, because here's the uncomfortable truth. Everything and everyone around you will tell you that you're delusional. People will call you crazy for believing that your thoughts and feelings have the power to manifest a specific outcome. There will be moments when you doubt yourself. There will be moments when you want to give up. How you act and react in these moments determines your future. The question is, will you allow others to create doubt in your mind? And if you doubt yourself, how long will it take you until you find your way back? In his book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, Joe Dispenza describes that when we are doubtful and when we are anxious, we are losing the connection to the unified field, and we are moving further away from the future that we want to create. And this leads us directly to the 5th law that I want to share with you. The law of indestructibility. But what exactly has to become indestructible? Your belief in yourself as a creator of your reality. Your belief in the universe as the deliverer of the abundance you desire. your ability to withstand social conditioning, your conviction that manifesting is real. Only then will you be able to fulfill your soul's purpose of transcending your limiting emotions for a greater understanding, as Joe Dispenza writes in his book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. And only then will you have the perseverance, the focus, and the dedication to show up every day and to meditate, to manifest, and to feel the frequency of abundance, to fully immerse yourself in it until you become a millionaire. Have you ever been obsessed with something? As a kid, I was obsessed with basketball, and it all started with Dirk Nowitzki and the Dallas Mavericks. How could they do this to Luka Doncic? How? Okay. It took me a long time until I finally hit my first three-point shot, but eventually it happened, and I didn't give up before it happened. And that's exactly what I invite you to do when you're doing Joe Dispenza's meditations and in general when you're manifesting. Every meditation you do provides you with a new opportunity to send a coherent signal into the field and to draw the possibility to you with the elevated emotions of your future. Every time you reach the frequency of abundance, you give the universe another chance to materialize your manifestation. In his book, You Are the Placebo, Joe Dispenza describes how we all have the potential to manifest our desired future by combining conviction with persistence. And in his book, Evolve Your Brain, Joe Dispenza shared with us that the people who reinvented themselves were the ones who showed up every day as their ideal selves until the universe responded. And this leads us directly to the sixth law that I want to share with you. The law of persistence. Now here's what this means for you in a practical context. Action step 1. Do Joe Dispenza's meditations or any of the more than 60 guided meditations and hypnosis files that you get as a free bonus for investing in my audio program every day. Action step 2. Speak your affirmations every day and choose one short affirmation that you repeat multiple times during the day. Action step 3. Remind yourself multiple times during the day to act, react, and behave like your millionaire self. And now I hear you saying, but what if nothing is changing? In case your bank account statement doesn't reflect your internal state yet, then you do something very simple. You do another meditation. And then you do another meditation. You tune into the frequency of abundance again and again. You act like the new self again. You behave like the new self more and more every day. And eventually, the quantum field has to respond. It's the law. And that's why I now want to ask you, will you give up or will you persevere? Will you persist in your vision or will you throw it all away? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear from you, and I promise that I will reply to your comment. Now it's time to open your mind to possibility. And now you might be asking, what possibility? Well, all of them. All of the possibilities in the infinite field of possibilities, the quantum field. I can only count 3? No, there are way more than 3 possibilities in the infinite field of possibilities in the quantum field. I mean, between us, sometimes the universe is a little bit slow. Huh? In his book, You Are the Placebo, Joe Dispenza invites us to combine our clear intention with an unwavering trust in possibility. And there's an infinite number of possibilities that could lead you to your millionaire reality. And this leads us directly to the 7th and the last law that I want to share with you right now. The law of openness. In order to manifest $1 million, you have to let go of a self-limiting habit that is stopping so many people from manifesting their abundant dream life. The moment you stop focusing on how your desire might materialize, you open your mind and heart to the realm of infinite possibilities. that's when the universe can provide you with the right synchronicities that effortlessly lead you to your desired outcome. So when you do what Joe Dispenza described in his book You're the Placebo, when you combine your clear intention with an unwavering trust and possibility, then something happens that Joe Dispenza describes in his book Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. And that's that the universe will, when you let go of the attachment to how, orchestrate events that are right for you and that will lead you to your desired reality. I know what's best for you, my child. That's why I invite you to stay open to what signs, synchronicities, and unexpected meetings the universe will send you, how you will end up in your desired reality, what inspired action steps you'll have to take in order to fully materialize your manifestation. And remember, the moment you are actively looking for signs and synchronicities, you are disconnected from your future reality because you feel like you are not living in it yet. When you are open to receiving signs and synchronicities, because you know that they will inevitably lead you to your future reality, you are connected with this future in the quantum field. And if you are an entrepreneur or a professional and you want to connect with your abundant future in the quantum field so that you can then draw synchronicities and signs and direct downloads, incredible ideas to you so that you can easily multiply your monthly income without working harder in the physical realm, then I invite you to go to affirmation2manifestation.com/abundance or to click on the first link in the description to find out more about my 8-week one-on-one coaching program, the Abundance Reality Shift Coaching Program. And on this page, you can then watch countless video testimonials from previous coaching clients. And you can also have a look at what we do together in each of the individual one-on-one coaching sessions, including the very special bonus session that I'm offering this month. Now, what if I told you that the universe made me a millionaire in the most unexpected way, in a way that I could have never predicted? If you're ready to find out exactly what happened in my life and what events the universe orchestrated for me, then I invite you to watch this video next.